what's inside. Resurrection. The new gospel of business for creative witches and art bitches. And what to expect. So this is for all sorts of artists, healers, coaches, dancers, authors, painters, visionaries, innovators, for humans who see outside of the box, for humans who see beyond what's possible and run a bit of a necessary rebellious streak in order to make it happen. To do things that haven't been done is brave work. And often these passions and these insights and these inspirations lead to business or something that looks like business, because we're not meant for other people's boxes. Which is really where resurrection comes from, is we're all, the ways that we are taught to run business are not conducive to who we are, to our souls and our energy bodies, and honestly, our physical bodies. So we are unraveling the old business ways, because it's really important to understand why they were built in the first place. Old business energetics, old business supposed to's, collectively, things that we've societally built around what business is supposed to be and how we're supposed to do things. Some older stuff in marketing and sales, and some newer stuff that we've recently built, beliefs that we've recently built around social media, as well as our own internal shadows and narratives. And then we'll rebuild from there. I said I was going to do a live today. And my energy body says no. That says that would be undesirable for my system. I'm still in the dark phase of my cycle. We're still not through eclipse season, and there's a lot in the air, and actually not having more energy in my nervous system feels super supportive. So this is how I'm meeting my word. I also invited a client who's already inside of Resurrection, invited a practice for them to show up and offer their business from a place that's not as it's supposed to be. That didn't come out well. They were sharing that they're rebelling against the have-tos, and all they want to do is dance and make art and lay around. And so I was like, well, why don't you let that part sell? actually. Show up from that part. Show up from the floor. Show up covered in paint. Offer from, rather than making some like beautiful, perfect graphic and some eloquent copy that very clearly showcases your work. What if you don't? Like, let that part, the part that just wants to dance and roll around and make art, let that part come through. What if you record upside down? What if? How dare you? What if your dishwasher is running in the background? What if you take one paintbrush and one color and haphazardly through your body, run it over a canvas, take a picture of it and call it your offering? Like, let that part speak rather than showing up as the supposed to have to business body. It's stifling. So I'm inviting myself into that too. I'm lounged. I'm not in the perfect energy to deliver from. Fuck it. I am anyway. This is what's true for me now. And we always, always work with the truth of the moment. So, all of that being said, what to expect inside of Resurrection, the new Gospel of business. Gospel with 2 L's, because we're magic. And because gospel, the etymology of gospel, comes from good spells. Isn't that hot? So we want businesses that feel as artful and creative as we are. That's what we want. We want it to feel flowy and delicious and joyful and pleasurable. And even when shit gets rocky, because it does, we are able to navigate our decisions clearly, grounded, and I'll say pseudo-regulated, because hopping out of regulation is important from time to time. We want to know how to make decisions intuitively, even when that rubs against what the rest of the world says we're supposed to do. Intuitive decisions, intuitive choice making might look pretty fucking wild. And we would love for even the wild, intuitive knowings to be with deep, embodied trust. And the old school business ways that still sneak into all of our businesses feel like the opposite of what we want to feel, right? Okay, I got too loungy. So, my phone is propped against a glass. So, resurrection. I also see so many, this is not a judgment, just an insight, a loving insight, and why resurrection is happening. I see so many incredible human beings bringing their beautiful medicine and gifts to the world and doing their own inner work and integrating their shadows, becoming embodied, learning how to move and release energy through your body, processing energy. My pause here is that I'm really irritated that that we never learned how to process energy as a kid. Like that is like the skill that we need for life. So what the fuck? Anyway. So we're doing all of this incredible work within ourselves, and then we start our spiritual, magical, healing, artistic businesses, and all of our own shadows are coming back up again, but we're not being with them. All of our childhood wounds are rearing heads, and we're not addressing the child. Things that we internalize from our parents playing out in business, and we're not being with those things. So I'm interested in the collective business wounds, healing the collective business wounds, and also healing when I say healing, I really mean integrating, and healing our internal business wounds that come directly from, I'm going to say the inner child, but we have inner child business wounds, and then we also have business wounds that we have learned recently after integrating old stuff, and then we have relearned new business wounds from the current business day, like the age of business, or the age of social media. Healing all of these things so that we can actually be intuitive and embodied and just fucking in love with our businesses. This is where we're going. So we're gonna do a lot. But my intention is to make we're doing big ass work too. Like we're healing collective business wounds. We are rewriting how creatives do business. This is a big thing. And my intention is to make our time together feel wide and spacious and regulated. So, and playful. This is one of our key alchemizers in resurrection: play and joy and curiosity. Without these things, we get stuck in serious mode, and that shifts things very slowly, and it's boring. So we have an incredible group already. I believe that we are almost complete and not quite yet. There are still a few of you who are meant to join us. This is a super intimate, high-touch container. You get me on all of your bits. And we're writing a book together. Isn't that cool? More on that later. Okay. The sun shifting and my couch lounging is getting weird. I'll shift. All right, so we have two calls a month. 2 live calls, 2 live regular calls every month for 9 months. So we meet every other week on Tuesdays at 2 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. We take the week of the full moon off. This is integration week. Integration week is as important as the weeks that we are on. It's like your rest day when you work out. Your muscles have to have a rest day in order to recover and build. We have to have an integration week. So week of the full moon off, live regular calls every other week. These are structured. The structure is much bigger than individual calls. Actually, the structure is a cyclical motion over the course of our 9 months together that has a couple different, what's the word I want to use? The structure is over 9 months. The things that we're doing are both masculine and feminine in nature, and we will titrate between the two. So the more masculine things that we will cover, we're working for a whole month with money energetics. Your specific money energetics. We'll work with sales and social media and marketing and copy, design, and then more feminine, intuition, body, your cycle, your energy cycles, and how that informs the structure of your business. Dreaming, intuition, the ooier, gooier. And we're, like I said, we're going to titrate back and forth between these two. Anything and everything in your business, those like squeamy little spots where you're like, oh, if only I could figure this part out. We've got you. It's in here. We will also have dropped practices. You'll have an extra recording every month from me specific to whatever it is that we're working on, and an embodied practice or shamanic journey or something of the sort that will be supportive for what we're working on. So two extras per month, likely more because I get inspired and I record more. We have guest speakers. We have your business spirit guide. This is one of our guest speakers. She'll be with us 3 times. So she will communicate directly with your business spirit guides to deliver whatever it is that you need to hear from them. She's fucking brilliant. We have a container, a WhatsApp container for your content. So anything and everything that you design, graphics-wise, you're working on a new font, a new color scheme, you put together a new flyer, any of your copy, anything that you create that you are offering to your people, you can drop it into our WhatsApp container, and we have a copy expert as well as myself who will help you energetically amplify and tweak anything that needs to be in order for this to really pop for your clients. This is insane. Like, this is such a cool fucking resource. Okay. Also, this is a deeply collaborative, co-creational movement where everybody's magic and medicine is necessary for the birthing of the new gospel of business. So everyone inside of Resurrection will have the opportunity to teach their own class or workshop or whatever it is that comes through you, through your uniqueness, through your modality, through your you, how business moves through you. And also, we're writing a book. You get to write a page or a chapter or a poem or whatever else, however this wants to come through you, you get space in our book. we have an actual book. We are writing a book and publishing a book that will go on a bookshelf, probably more like a coffee table book. It's going to be fucking beautiful. Like, this is not your average book. This is not your average business container. Nowhere fucking close. This book is not, it's not going to look like a book you've met before. The book is meant to mirror the process that we are going through, the resurrection process, actually, the destructress and then the creatrix. And the book will be as creative as we are. So some pages will be printed sideways, some pages will be upside down, some pages will be burnt or covered in paint splatter, or let me back up. All of our group calls, everything that we digest together and come to truths together about, I will then distill into chapters. They're not going to look like chapters in a chapter book, but we'll call them chapters for now. So I am authoring this book. You guys are co-authoring this book. You will have space to showcase your business, showcase who you are. Your name will go on the cover. It's fucking cool. So fucking cool. So anyway, you can make whatever it is that you want to make that best showcases the work that you want to bring through in resurrection. And that might look like a diagram. It might look like I was gonna say a spitball, but like that doesn't make sense at all. But what is sense anyway? You can paint something, whatever. We're writing a book and we're gonna publish it, and you can give it to your mom for Christmas, and also your clients. Okay. You get to teach a class, you get to showcase your work in the book. We'll have clearings every month. I'm going to teach you all sorts of different styles of clearings. Clearings for energies, beliefs, patterns, shapes, old stuck stuff, shit we don't need moving into the new business paradigm, things you don't want to carry in your body that are blocking you from your fucking biggest life, you know? All sorts of different kinds of clearings, and I'm actually teaching them to you so you can take them with you. What else? I think that's all for now. It's a big ass program. It's stacked. It's super magical. It's gonna be really playful. We will have, at the end of next summer, I believe we're gonna have an in-person retreat that's really just like a big ass celebration of all of this incredible work that we've done. And this whole ride with intention. I wrote these intentions into our container when I opened it a couple new moons ago. The energetics that I wrote into this container are joyfulness and play and spaciousness and width and ease and soul connection. So yeah, we're doing big ass work and it's gonna feel amazing. I believe that there are still 2 seats open. I believe that there are still 2 of you who are meant to join us. Come see me.